Sorry if I interrupt. Any tips for practicing good low block habits? I'm green rank, but I still can't regularly block low to save my life.
You guys are always asking for those tips, huh? Well, I'll tell you this. Let me give you a piece of advice. Lows in this game, approximately 22 to 23 frames or faster is absolutely unseeable. So, as a player, standing up and defending, any low that's faster than 23 frames, you should assume will hit you unless you have a read. You can't just block low assuming these lows are going to come out, right? You have to stand block and only focus on the lows that you can visually see. Then duck those, right? Otherwise, you have to stand block and eat these unseeable lows until one of them is made predictable, in which case then you can either jump over it, block it, or low parry it, right? So you're following me so far, right? The big divide with lows is faster than 23 frames or slower than 23 frames. And that number is really based on player. It can move up and down a little bit here and there. It's just the ballpark, right? 23 frames. So I've heard people say, put it this way, which I think is a decent way to look at it, that lows that are fast and not visually seeable should be considered kind of like chip damage in 2D games. It's just damage that you have to take and use that to formulate a read. Like, you know, you're dealing with fireballs, you block a couple fireballs until you know, alright, he's going to throw a fireball right now. You predict it, you jump over it, and then you hit him with the jump-in combo, right? It's kind of similar here. Yeah, I'm going to get hit by a couple of these lows, but eventually it's going to be predictable, and when it is, bagoosh! Big hop kick, you get paid. All those little lows that he hit you with, 4 or 5 of them, yeah, 4 or 5 of them does 60 points damage, but I'll just hit this big launcher, I'll do a big combo, I'll get that damage that I lost back, and Okazumi, and, you know, etc. and so forth. So that's the way you should look at it when it comes to lows. If it's slower than that, you should try to visually block those lows. Other lows that are faster than that, you can't do anything about anyway, so don't worry about them. They're supposed to hit. They're designed to hit. That's why they exist. They're designed to be unseeable and to make the opponent have to read them because you can't see them. Unlike a throw, which you can see, or a, you know, anything else that's very slow, like this, right? This is a low for king that you should definitely be blocking because visually it takes such a long time to come out. There's no excuse to getting hit by it unless it high crushes something, right? So this is an example of his down 3 versus something like this, or maybe even this. This is a 23 frame low. This is right on the threshold of being seeable, where like a good player would be able to see this, but a slow player would not be able to see this visually, would only be able to see it coming. It's right on the threshold. So, you know, I mean, that's my advice. Those are the only tips I have for lows and how to deal with lows in general.